hard work.
Mangalore, first initial. So again, I say that Mangalore is known for education, Mangalore is known for medical, Mangalore is known for the coastal cities, the beaches, tourism, the IT. So a lot of companies, a lot of things. You must be knowing it much better than us because when you come to a city, you do a survey, of course. So I have already presented, but once again, before I start the question here, is there anything which you love to talk, you love to speak to the people, the media representatives?
I think let's keep that for the end. Okay. That would make more, because we would love to interact with
The media representative.
Of course.
Yeah. So well, let's begin this insightful discussion on how Mangalore is evolving as one of India's most promising coastal regions. You guys about your profession, about your passion towards real estate. Ladies and gentlemen, a conversation that goes beyond buildings and square feet.
Brief, and we can take the conversation forward. So, if you look at the Indian GDP as a whole, as a macro level understanding, your Indian GDP, if you look at the IMF levels, is at about $4.71 trillion at the moment, if you look at 2026. But what is interesting is that real estate as a whole, by 2030, will be at $970 billion contribution to the GDP, which is almost about retrospectively 20% of the GDP itself. So that's a very interesting factor which you see that how real estate is getting into the entire GDP contribution in the Indian economy. And you understand that, right? Indian real estate or Indian industry as a matter, real estate acts like a multiplier for the GDP. It is not a contribution, it's a multiplier. I always tell to the people that I meet that real estate का मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप घर बेच रहे हो. You are affecting retrospectively everybody in the industry. Steel, cement, logistics, labor, everything in the industry. And everything back to back contributes back to the GDP.
This is how exactly you have been made about the GDP of our India. So what about Mangalore? What do you love to say about Mangalore?
When we came to Mangalore, and I think this was one of the city when I spoke to Rohan ji as well, and I spoke to everybody here when I met. When we came to Mangalore, we could see that, you know what, we sell primary real estate. When we sell primary real estate is basically the metropolitan cities. We're talking about NCR. We come from Delhi NCR. We've been selling Gurgaon. We've been also selling Mumbai, Bangalore, Pune, Hyderabad. I come from a background where I've been selling even in places, where the Delhi NCR investors have not been selling. But then when you come to Mangalore, you realize that it's not just what you're selling is a commercial real estate or a residential real estate. What you're selling is a breathable space for the investors. It's a breathable space for the people who are looking at greenery culture. You know, that is something which is the most valuable asset today. If I compare it back to NCR.
Metro cities.
Yes. And one thing that I will just add to it is that one thing is that don't ever compare Mangalore to become the next Bangalore. And that is going to be the biggest strength of Mangalore. Don't be Bangalore, be Mangalore.
So let's not compare to Bangalore.
Don't compare to a metro city.
Metro
is
cities.
my thing.
Let Mangalore be Mangalore.
Let Mangalore be Mangalore.
Whether it's
and
greenery,
that's the reason why
whether
people will invest, people will live, and that livable index. Don't create an investable index, create a livable index for the city.
So you mean to say that Mangalore is very peace, very
Yes.
lovely, very greenery, and that's the reason people may come.
Yes, that's the only reason, according to me, that people will come, will invest, and their investments will flourish in the future for
Thank you.
decades.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's put hands together once again. But Zoda Tali Gadad Hoja, because we Mangalore.
Once those kind of changes were implied by the government, we need to understand they were implied for a reason, for the betterment for the public and for the ease of doing the transaction, as she was saying, because of the non-clarity where the businesses could not flourish at that point in time. Today, because of the demonetization, why exactly that everybody knows, that was done. But the GST and the RERA, not only have given the level of confidence to the buyers that their money is going to be safe. understand the luxury comes second. The safety of your money and safety of your home comes first. And that is the first priority in every end user's mind. That has been given by these norms. GST has gone ahead and made it more, you could say, sustainable for the government to launch more projects, help the developers. I know the permissions and all of this at times become little claustrophobic for the developers, because understand the kind of projects ROHAN Corporation has been doing. They need to go to different government legislations to get those permissions, which is not easy. But with getting all of those, where the RERA has been practiced, they are now completely safe and sound, and the investor or maybe an end user is 100% sure on the product that he's going to get. That safety is the base for those norms.
No developer can dupe, or no developer can cheat the customer. It's more of like a safety, what exactly you mean to say.
Exactly.
Good.
So that was the net government has created for the end users or the investors, so that their money, hard-earned money,
Yep.
anybody who saved that money
Saved the
for
money.
years,
Thank you.
should not go to waste.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
And I also feel, buyers, they've become, I mean, most of us are traveling to Mangalore for the very first time, and the first thought was that it's so refreshing, and like Ankush said, that we should not compare it with any other metro city, because Mangalore has something so refreshing to offer that is very rare. I mean, you have space here to breathe, the coastal energy, the cultural depth, and then, people are so warm and kind and hospitable. I mean, thank you to everyone. You guys were waiting for us, and we've been extremely sorry for that, but you guys are amazing hosts, and I feel that's the USP of this place. And a growing and evolving city like Bangalore has that advantage. They should not replicate the mistake that the metro cities have done. So that's a good thing for Bangalore, I feel.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We'll go for the next question. Dubai has...
I think Dubai sold confidence before it started selling luxury. When we see our metro cities, what we feel that what we're lacking is the infrastructure, whether it is the physical infrastructure, the connectivity, the last mile connectivity, the walkability, the sustainability, that's missing. And when you see Dubai, Dubai is a desert, but wherever they find a space, they're putting the greenery there. The ecosystem is catching up. Then there is ease of doing business. There's a lot of clarity when it comes to taxation, the approvals, the licensing, and it has become a magnet to attract foreign capital. So I think what we can learn from Dubai is ease of doing business, definitely. We can also learn from Dubai is infrastructure investment is another thing that I think we can learn. And I mean, yes, where India shines is that India has the scale and organic demand. Dubai still has a lot of investor demand, but India has the scale, the aspirational middle class. So we have a strength, and whatever weaknesses we have, we should learn from Dubai and other places.
That's beautiful, sir. In today's fast-moving world, people are no longer buying only square feet. They are investing in lifestyle, wellness, peace of...
By RERA. So they now ask smart questions. What are the construction timelines? What is the specifications? Not just like, okay, they're going just by the brand name. And RERA has kind of helped
And there are limitations
investors.
like...
Yes, exactly.
No, everyone can't be a builder, everyone can't be a developer and do the money and take the money and cheat, isn't
Exactly.
it?
So it's like kind of separated the grade A developers, and developers have become a brand in itself, and the weak developers have been pushed out of the market. I think.
Filtered.
But when you take that as one conclusion to the entire thing is very simple, that prior to RERA, prior to GST, everything was relationship driven in this industry, because we are known as one of the most controversial sectors in the country today.
Unorganized sector.
Unorganized sector, and controversial just makes it better.
Now it looks very professional.
But post this, we are now also compliant sector, I would say. So this will define it, that RERA and GST has helped us become compliant in a way.
I would also add that the demonetization, GST, RERA, they brought a lot of transparency in terms of credibility as well. So buyers are more aware what they are getting into. They can easily know the credibility of the developer.
Absolutely.
So that has helped a lot.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And we go for the next question. In your opinion, what role should governments play in creating healthier, faster growing and more sustainable real estate ecosystems in India?
So I believe easy norms should be one thing that the government should focus. Helping developers getting the approvals quicker. online, they should facilitate it online so that developer has an ease of getting the approvals as early as possible. So that's about it. Yes.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
basically,
Ayman.
what you need to actually do now is that government's role can be very simplified in a way that today, as a government, we feel we need to be the controller of every project, every developer. No, you actually need to be the enabler of every project.
True.
If you do that, then the problem is not just about execution. The problem is only about the timeline of the execution of the project. It gets solved.
Agreed.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Anybody?
Evolving that there are bigger developers that are focusing on tier 2, tier 3 cities more. They are focusing on second homes more. And in terms of the developments that they are doing, I feel like it can beat any development across the world. So I see a lot of developers that are doing projects that are even better than the project that I see in Dubai or in London or anywhere. So I feel like India is at the forefront of new real estate development, and this is the trend that's going on right now.
Wellness.
Okay.
So people are more focused on wellness and the projects which will give them sustainability, because they believe that there's one project they believe that wellness is very much required in real estate right now. Like if I talk about Mangalore, the time I landed here from the plane, I was seeing so much of greenery and
Because of higher AQI, not so great infrastructure. So places like Mangalore has a huge and massive potential to kind of aggressively promote and market what they have to offer. People should know about Mangalore. Like
thank you all.